Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome in, guys. First off, welcome, Samir, my friend. You are the first of the week. Congratulations. Followed by Winford and then Wolverine. That's our podium finishers over on YouTube. Over on Twitch, we have Warlock and Samir. So Samir gets the double podium, which is crazy. How are you guys all doing? Welcome, welcome. I was going to say welcome in at the start of the week, but that was yesterday. The start of the stream week, we'll say. Hope you guys are all having a good one. Your team just won the Stanley Cup? The Stanley Yelnats Cup? Let me look up the Stanley Cup standings. Stanley Cup. Oh wow, if you Google Stanley Cup, there's like fireworks. There's like a firework effect on the stream. And then the Hurricanes logo goes like across the screen. Man, they thumped them 3-0. Go Hurricanes. I mean, big time. Big time. Go Hurricanes. I mean, I don't watch hockey. But that's big time. That's big time. We love to see that. Carolina Hurricanes. I didn't even know that's where that team was from. But that is really awesome, man. I see Hurricanes and I just assume they're from Miami because the college team is from Miami. Where's your high five? It's coming. Now, I did say it would be a celebratory high five, which is something I don't know that I've ever given out. So I'm unaware of the powers that this carries, Warlock, so be careful. Okay. But here it comes. Mr. Warlock, congratulations, man. There's your crisp high five. Hope you're enjoying being on Cloud 9 for a little bit. What's up, Swidey? Welcome in, man. Your office is destroyed? Wait, why? Because of a hurricane? Or because you celebrated a little too much? Threw all your papers everywhere. Oh, my high five was too powerful. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't know. I don't really know the true strength of the crisp high five. It's a mystery to myself. I only can observe the effects. Sometimes I don't really know what I'm thrusting upon people when they get a crisp high five, but I think it's a worthy risk. It's definitely shown itself to provide big time luck increase and countless other positive things. First real YouTube mod. You are correct, Spidey. You are correct. Welcome in, man. Now we got to keep the people in line. Why did Warlock get a high five? I told him last week he would. It's like all his teams won all the things. And I was like, you know what? If the Canes win the Stanley Yelnats Cup, I'll give him a celebratory crisp high five. It's not the same as the crisp high five from like crystal opening and stuff like that. It's in its own category. So it's an experiment. I don't know if it's going to be for better or for worse. Pat, what's up? Welcome in, man. All is well. All is well. Yeah, yesterday I just had to work a lot later than usual, so, and then I had some stuff I had to get done. But we are good. So it's just rigged? No, it's not rigged. The Canes could have lost the Stanley Cup. But you don't have to. I'm sensing a little bit of jealousy, Samir. All right, we don't need to be. Like I said, this is completely experimental. We don't know if the power is for better or for worse. It's still Go Sabres. I don't know that I have a favorite hockey team. I need to get on board, pick somebody. Chat is not showing on stream? That's weird. Let me see. Let me see if I can fix that. It should be. So I don't know why it wouldn't be. Let's see. It might have to do with, I mean, we might just not have chat today, and I might have to figure this out after. Your neighbor's house caught fire. Been an interesting evening. Lots of commotion. Luckily, no one hurt. Oh my gosh, Lee, that's scary, man. I hope you guys are okay. Obviously, I hope your neighbors are okay as well, but that's, dang. Is it like they caught it early enough that the house is like salvageable, or is everything gone? Wolverine, that is crazy. Yeah, Stan Lee making a cameo in hockey every year. It happens. Let's see. I'm assuming it's this. Okay, while this is auto playing, I'm gonna do some technical difficulty researching. Oh, okay. I think I know what the problema is. Maybe. Maybe I don't. Yeah, if it doesn't work, if chat doesn't work now, I think it's just Streamlabs is having issues. That's where my chat comes through. So if it doesn't show up, I think there's nothing I can do at this point. I tried to reset the link and stuff that goes through. So at this point, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's all right. The real chat is the friends we made along the way. Top floor looks like a total loss. You've got their kids here now. You're sure you'll get updates shortly. So it sounds like your house is safe, at least. That's really good, man. I'm happy that you guys don't have to go through any of that. But man, that's tragic. Hopefully they don't have to just demo the whole thing and that it is salvageable. Abyss, it has been a while since I've seen you perform a magic trick. I'm not saying that's permission. I'm just saying it has been a while. So welcome in, man. Anybody else randomly gain sentience over their pinky finger and no position of it feels comfortable while holding your phone? I have not. But now that you mention that, that is a possible thing that might pop into my head and ruin my life. So thank you. Actually, I think Lizard's Assault. Let's just use Lizard. He gets through raids really fast. We need a drum roll for the Dolphins. I can't do that without deafening people, but I can like beat my chest. All right, I'm done. That was kind of making me want to cough. That's the drum roll. You're well away from their house? Oh, that's good. That's good. I know a lot of times if there's like... I mean, you could see it in LA, I think, a couple of years back, where like the fires just jumped from like warehouses to warehouses and houses to houses and stuff. So it's always scary. Probably, Samir, probably. People are probably just gonna put like Amazon rainforest sounds in the background. If I had to guess. The game went into OT? I thought you said it was a shutout. Was I lied to? But no, sorry, to build, I was gonna make a further comment on what you said, Spidey. Sometimes I'll gain sentience over just my fingers in general, and I'll just like think to myself like that, like hands are weird, you know? I don't know if anyone else has that same feeling, or like even sometimes I'll be looking at like my feet and my toes and it's just bizarre, you know? Like, why are they this shape? Why can I do all of this stuff and movements? And like, you don't really have to think about it. It's just kind of happens. It's just, sometimes I'll really dwell on that for a little too long. And then it starts to weird me out. The Dolphins won 3-0. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Not a blowout, but you know what? Take that. Yeah, never a doubt. I mean, I knew the Dolphins would win. If it was a real life matchup, I would never pick the Dolphins against the Ravens, though. Ever. Never, ever. I should have thrown the special one. Oh, well. Might have to face Spidey. Oh, we'll be fine. I'm no fear. I'm not scared. Your second toe is way longer than the big toe. So which is really the big toe? I mean, it depends how you view big. I think big and long are two different words. Right? But you could also make the argument that the longer one is bigger in length. So maybe it could steal the title. Take the belt away. Was playing Geometry Dash the other night. Your back two fingers on your right hand felt weird. Tried moving them and no position felt right. Couldn't focus and you kept dying. What's going on? You're not in Twitch chat? Yeah, chat's wigging out today. I guess we're just not going to have chat on screen. But Warlock is bagging on the Bills. Yeah, that if anything's going to get clipped from that from tonight, Samir, it's probably that line. If anything is going to be clipped, that's probably what it is. Oh, man. I mean, you could clip anything, anytime, really, and turn it into something that you weren't meaning to say. I don't think that's terribly difficult, really. I don't think it's super far-fetched. But yeah, I think Streamlabs is having an issue, and that's what I use the chat for the chat. Back in the day, though, when we were just on YouTube, I actually had like some code running and stuff to pull the YouTube chat. It was really quite the achievement, but it was too hard to integrate that with Twitch chat, so I resorted to using third-party software. If it's still an issue tomorrow, I'll try and do some other things to fix it. Hopefully I don't have to get like some sort of support involved. I hate customer support. Not the people. The process of customer support drives me up a wall, man. Going through a robot to get a human. And then like some people just cannot help you. They just don't know how to do it. But then you could call back and get a different agent and then they can fix your problem for you. It's all just a big mess. I don't envy anyone with that job. Must be a nightmare. Now, the Bills would be a lot more of a bad word, Warlock, if I felt like the Dolphins ever actually had a fighting chance to beat the Bills. It's just such an automatic L that, like, I can't even feel like the Bills are a rivalry. That being said, occasionally they win, but generally speaking, they're pretty bad. Still mad about not pulling Madeline? You barely played the game? I'm sorry, Samir. Don't let that ruin the game for you, though, man. That's just part of MCOC. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Besides, Madeline will be in the Titan for like the next million years anyway, so. And I would not be surprised if there is a Titan Nexus in the July deals. Or maybe an Abyss Titan or Colossal Titan or whatever. Yeah, that Bills victory hit like a drug I've never had. But it's short-lived. I mean, what does it matter? A small victory, I guess. It's kind of like the Thanos fight, like all that for a drop of blood, you know? Congrats, you beat the Bills, now what? Sort of thing. You got Thor today? Nice, Abyss. Have you taken him out for a spin at all? I'll have to wait until next week to get Thor rags. I'm at 48 tokens right now. I guess I could get the rest on units, but I don't want to do that. I need to go through and give Ghost Rider a relic. Bro, oh, I forgot about his endurance stacks. And those stack up way quick. I want to finish him with a penance stare for the flex. Haven't even looked at him. Should give him a go, Abyss. Let me know what you think. I'll probably do like a Thor Rags test stream next week whenever I do get him. Assuming we can just get to Observance next week, which I think that's going to be the trend moving forward. Ah, mashed potatoes. You've come for my pickle. Not going to happen. I've actually hidden it. You'll never find it. Spidey, you just ranked up Wave without any idea in the world. I love it. I still need to like practice some more with Wave. I feel like I have not like even come close to getting her kit down. And I think she's kind of a higher skill champ as far as like getting used to her kit goes, at least. It's that dash in, like the untouchable dash in. I think that's just something that is going to take a lot of practice. but it's a pretty integral piece of her kit from what I can tell. Oh, you had a gem? I guess if it's burning a hole in your pocket, you might as well. You've been too busy trying to figure out rank 5, number 6? Abyss, do Joaquin Torres, rank 5. Falcon. It's the move, trust. Also, congrats on the rank 4 Ruby. She's going to be such a menace until we get a lot more Undermine. There really aren't that many options to deal with for auto block. He's talking about Baron Zemo, I'm pretty sure. The champion. I like Wave's dash-in mechanic to punish stuff. I think that's really, really nice. I never thought Wave had like, wow, oh my gosh, greatest champion ever kind of damage. I just liked how the champion functioned in general. I think she's got some good stuff in her kit. But like I said, I think she's gonna be kind of hard to get used to. And unless you're used to her, I think you're gonna think she's just abysmal. Mm-hmm. Dang, dude, the gold pool matchup. That's crazy. You could rank 5 gold pool if you have one, Abyss. That would be a huge flex. I would be jealous. Oh, mutant or tech. Perfect. Yeah, gold pool is a mutant. Perfect. Whoa, Samir, don't fire shots at Joaquin for no reason. What the heck? Man, Joaquin just catching stray bullets. My man is just trying his best out there, okay? I'm sure there's like top tier Wave gameplay out there somewhere that somebody will make if they haven't already and upload it. Such a shiny matchup. You're actually considering Pixie? Dude, that's one champ I'm kind of bummed I didn't get from the Titan. I know you guys told me not to be bummed because you didn't think she was really that great, but it was a champion I really wanted to try out. Although I can't sit here and be ungrateful. I got everybody else, so if I miss on Pixie, I miss on Pixie. Oh well. But I do think that would be a pretty cool rank up of this, especially if you like the champ. I don't want to fight Nico. You do, Spidey. It goes really quick though. It's just 100,000 points. You can arena boost if you want and get it over really fast. Even if you don't arena boost, you get it over really fast. Ugh, so fun. Just let me hit you, Spot. Let me do it. Hit you with my surfboard. You're not done with the solo milestones? I don't think I am either. Isn't there gonna be another arena? I don't actually know. I haven't looked too far into how that event works. But I think there's gonna be more arenas. I don't think that's the only one. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong. I am playing with a controller, Mr. Boone. I am. I'm currently playing on PC. Yep, I am. You think Pixie sucks? Samir, have you actually used Pixie? Or are you just saying that? I will agree with Ghost Rider being mid. Ruby being toxic defender. I think she's a very strong defender. Also, I don't know why I did this matchup. It was stupid of me. And Madeline is kind of cracked. Yeah, so there is another week. I'm not making it up then. Honestly, I should just let Sinister kill me. I'm totally cooked. Unless, I mean, maybe I'm not cooked, but it would be like a 3-hour long fight, and I'm not about it. You like Pixie more than Wave? I'm so jealous. I don't know, maybe we will make this happen. Oh, we're halfway there. You have used Pixie and you think she's underwhelming? See, I have not heard that she's underwhelming though. That's surprising. Oops. I'm innocent. I'm gonna be upset if I do all this and then I die at the end. Remind me to pay a little more attention when Mr. Sinister is on the other side of the arena matches. Come on, we're so close. Yes. Oh boy. Maybe if we finish this arena before stream ends, we can go experiment a little more with Wave. Zero cares for any of them. Too bad there's not like a trade-in store or something for people in your position, Samir. That would be kind of cool. It would totally destroy the balance of the game, but it would be cool. Like some other gacha games. This isn't like technically a true gacha, I don't think. Good kill. Thank you, Jordan. It was a bad matchup on my part. I shouldn't have had to struggle through that at all. But anyway, some other gachas, they'll let you trade in champions or pulls to get other champions at like their base rarity. I think for MCOC that doesn't work, but would be nice. Sometimes I wish it was there. You trade all of them for Maddie in a heartbeat. I wouldn't blame you either. What's your favorite type of pickle? Mine is the sweet hamburger pickles. Despite I mean this with all due respect. And you're a great mod and a great member of the chat and community. But I think that sweet pickles should be made illegal. They, to me, feel like a sin upon mankind. And you know, that's all I'll say on the matter. Dill pickles are the best. If they're homemade, they're even better. Outside of that, store-bought, they're okay. They're hit and miss. Sometimes you'll get a jar of pickles that is like the perfect crunch. It's got the perfect like flavor. Sometimes it's not as good of a crunch. Still tastes good though. So that's kind of where I sit on the pickle tastes and stuff. Sweet pickles are evil. Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've never liked them. I don't like, I've tried them on multiple occasions throughout my life. Like when I was a kid, I know my grandparents, they would have sweet pickles in their fridge and dill pickles. And since I was such a pickle fanatic, sometimes they'd be out of dill and they'd give me sweet pickles and I would riot. They never tasted good to me ever. And then just recently, actually, a couple weeks ago, I tried another one just to see, you know what, maybe as you get older, your taste buds change a little. That's just science. Maybe I like them now. I don't like them now. Dill pickle for me is still the supreme flavor. Now, if we're getting into candy, although you guys know my dill pickle lollipop, the dum-dums, those are disgusting. Those should be banished from the planet. Sounds like I don't like good tasting things. Well, Spidey, I mean, to each their own. Whatever floats your goat, you know. Whatever floats your goat. I will say some people make their dill pickles with like some jalapeno. I don't really like that. I don't do well with spicy things. So just straight dill. Hence big dill. Not big sweet dill. Dude, I should rank 5 gentle. That would actually be a really fun rank up. You could do that, Abyss. If you have an ascended gentle, that would be a fun rank 5. He's mutant as well. And in the base ascension pool, so he'd be a good candidate. Oh my god. He hits so hard. Gentle is rank 4, Sig 200. I mean, you could do it. You definitely will get him ascended in the future. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll just elude you the rest of your life. That is a thing that happens in this game, apparently. Maybe the next Summoner Fest, I'll go up to, like, Kabam CEO. And I'll be like, hey... So I've been trying to get Spider-Ham for, like, years now. Is there anything you can do? Whoa, Samir. Samir. Yeah, you need to calm down. Listen, there is more in the world to enjoy All right, there is good. Just look around you. Go walk outside and enjoy the beauty of that landscape and stuff. There are good things. And don't you worry. You will get Madeline Pryor. You haven't gotten Spider-Punk yet? Dude, I feel like I've gotten Spider-Punk a gazillion times. Maybe it's a thing with spider characters, this. Maybe that's the thing. They're just cursed. MCOC players don't go outside. Maybe we should, though. Maybe it's time to make a difference, make a change. Oh, Spidey. Samir, don't go to YouTube chat. Don't do it. I shouldn't have even said anything. That's like asking somebody not to think of a pink elephant. You say that and they instantly do. Yeah, Samir's over on Twitch. The chat's not showing on stream today. It's having issues. Kind of a bummer. Superman. Welcome in, man. So yeah, I tried to fix it earlier in the stream, but nothing happened. I think it's just on Streamlabs side of things. That's my guess. You got work in the morning, Samir? Well, take all that pent up rage and anger and put it into like just plumbing like crazy. Good plumbing, just working really fast. That's what I mean by crazy. Heck, dude, you might rage plumb your way into a promotion or something. Who knows? Ugh. Yellow Jacket as a 7-star win. Oh, I got the full dex. That's crazy. You know, you can have like 3 hours of sleep. Samir, you need to get to bed, man. Rage plumbing is a new one. We may have coined a new term. Get to bed, man. It's all right. There will be many more arena streams in the future for you to tune into. Absolute Catwoman is dope. She's the one with all the money and gadgets instead of Ruth. Okay. So is Bruce just like a bum in that universe, and she's the cool vigilante? Spidey, don't encourage him. Yeah, who needs sleep? You could just not go to sleep ever. Then you don't have to worry about not getting enough sleep. Welcome in, Storm. Bruce is like a 6'8" construction worker in Absolute. Is that a reference I should get? That just sounds like nonsense. What are you talking about? You'd perish after 11 days? Oh, if you didn't sleep? I'm not sure. Like, lack of sleep studies are crazy. People, like, you start to lose your mind without sleep. It's actually kind of insane. You can go without food and water for quite a while, but sleep is like a way bigger deal. Oh, the comic series. I got you. Sorry. I thought. Okay, now I know what we're talking about. Sorry. Since that comment came from Samir, I thought it was about something else. I get it now. I get it. I got you. Whoa, Storm, you can do 12 days in a row, no sleep? Water is 3 days and food is 3 months. I think that's a little bit of a misconception. I think you can go longer without water. There's people that have, from my understanding at least. I could be entirely wrong, because that's the number I always heard growing up. But then, like, a few years back, I felt like I had heard that people had gone without water for longer than that. Stayed awake for 3 days straight, and then you were asleep for 27 hours? Dude, what could have possibly been? I don't know that I could find anything in my life that important to stay up for 3 days straight. That's crazy, dude. If I go 3 days without a drink, other people will die. Oh, yeah, probably. I did it for 13, but the cameras were off. I think you could probably, man, I don't know. I know you can get by without food for a ridiculously long amount of time. I know that for sure. People do like multi-week fasts all the time. It's like kind of a health craze. I think some people do water too, though. Oh, you were just kind of seeing what your potential was, Samir. I respect that. Test the boundaries a little bit. That's actually pretty cool. That makes me want to try it, honestly. I just don't want to deal with the consequences of it. It would be fun to see just how long I could stay up straight for. And then, like, after a couple days, I try to do Epoch of Pain or something on stream. That would be a revive fest. Oh, see, there you go. Storm has survived years without water. Easy peasy. You'd accidentally fall asleep. I feel like I'd fall asleep on stream. Isn't there a guy that did that? He like, I don't know the time period, whether it was a week or what, but he had his friend like jolt him awake when he started to doze off. I think that might have put him in the hospital. Yeah, I've heard that you can, like, I don't know how true this is, but I had heard once that you could survive based on like butter and potatoes for an extremely long time if that was like your only food. One of the most pre-ordered games on PlayStation is Halo. That is a crazy statistic. Once you're asleep, it takes a lot to wake you up. Yeah. I feel like though, if you had help, they could wake you up. If they're like shaking you violently or like smacking you across the face, there's no way you're sleeping through that. Unless you're like, no, I don't think you could get that tired to where you would just sleep through getting smacked in the face. There's no way. Maybe someone shaking you or something, maybe. But yeah, usually people that do crazy stuff like that are like standing up that entire time, and then they just have people ready to like brace them if they start to fall or something. You slept through an ambulance? Dang, man. I mean, they wouldn't be super loud when they were there. I guess like the people would be, but you wouldn't hear the siren or anything. You've slept through getting cold water thrown on your face? How much though? Was it just like a small amount, like a handful of cold water? Or did someone get like an actual bucket? Or a cup? I guess a cup would probably be enough water too. That's like legitimately impressive. If you slept through like a cup of water or like a bowl or something. I could see someone like flicking water on you and stuff, like sleeping through that. A full glass of water? Now, and are we talking ice cold or like just room temperature cold? Like whatever comes out of your sink? Because I think that's different too. Whoa, that was a lot of damage. You have very good tap water. Is that like a... That's probably a UK thing, maybe? I do wonder if maybe your plumbing is a little colder. Since isn't a lot of the building over there like through blocks and stuff, not like you don't use as much wood? That would probably lead to things being a little cooler, I would guess. You just bought the blade piece? Congrats, Jack. Kabam should drop the price. I think the prices on the blade or like the Stellar Forge pieces is okay, but I think that's just because of what we have with the Deathless. I think what we have is a bargain, considering the Deathless champions are so expensive. I'll take it. The way I see it too is like 2,500. That's around what you can get from like 2 weeks, 2 weeks or so of unit grinding in arena. And that's about how long that content is open for us. So I think it's kind of fair. 5,000. Now that's crazy to me. I think that's still way too steep. All of our houses are made of paper. Well, I wouldn't say paper. The stuff that makes paper, sure. Why are you... There we go. I do think... I do agree with that, Storm. Especially if the Stellar Forge pieces are going to be cheaper, like off of the rip. I think it makes sense to reduce the price. And I think they will, but I think they might wait until the entire Stellar Forge chase is over. That's my prediction. I think once Stellar Forge Doom comes to the game, they'll drop the price for the Deathless pieces. That's my guess. Or maybe they have another way to throw those back into the game. Maybe they start including them in more milestones or something like we had in Banquet. Who knows? Who knows? And maybe they'll just like set them at a much more achievable level, so you won't have to like stretch really far for those. Because yeah, I agree. It's a bit redonkulous. What they could have done is like, as new Stellar Forge champions come out, they make a corresponding Deathless champion get cheaper, and then as they roll out, they get cheaper. But it seems like they probably, assuming they do, and this is obviously speculation, It seems like they just would probably drop all the deathless prices at once instead of just doing one by one. I doubt it, Abyss. I think the price will drop. They're just still kind of, they still have like their novelty and stuff to them. That in Kabam's mind warrants a higher price tag. That's why I say once Stellar Forge, like the new thing, is done, the old thing, I think, will become cheaper. And that makes sense to me. But who knows? I don't have any insider knowledge or anything. That's just prediction. Putting money on a version of Ant-Man to be... Oh, okay. You're putting money on a version of Ant-Man, be it Ant-Man himself or Wasp or Yellow Jacket being the fourth Stellar Forged, and they'll be tech. I actually really like that prediction. And I really hope it's Yellow Jacket, actually. Because regular Ant-Man got his change a while ago. I guess Wasp would be a decent candidate. She hasn't really had anything done with her kit or with that champion in general in a while, so Wasp would be a good option. But I think Yellow Jack would be the coolest. I would be Team Yellow Jacket. It'd be cool if they like let us vote or something. You get like community engagement over the next Stellar Forged. I think that's always really fun when we vote for like the summoner choice. It would be cool to have like the ability to choose the next Stellar Forged. I always like when they do that. Dude, please don't. I hope not. Kamala Khan is not a champion that like evokes any sort of excitement in me at all. If you want to give her like a minor buff, that's fine. But please don't let her steal the Stellar Forge thunder. Like, we've had some really cool Stellar Forge champions. I feel like Kamala Khan would be a disappointment. At least to me, I guess. But I don't think she has a huge crowd of Kamala Khan enjoyers out there either. Oh, Green Goblin was mediocre for you? See, I think like in terms of MCOC champions, I think Green Goblin's not that great. But when you also include lore and like comics and movies and stuff, like Green Goblin is just really cool. And I think Stellar Forged is the opportunity to like actually make him translate to game to where he aligns with being really cool. I'm hoping they do his kit justice, but we'll have to wait and see. She's also not a dang mutant looking at you, MCU. I think they were just trying to clickbait people that like the X-Men and mutants in general. Kind of worked. I watched like portions of that TV show. It was okay. I wasn't huge on it though. You like Willem Dafoe, but you don't care about Green Goblin? Dang. See, I feel like Willem Dafoe kind of just makes the character, you know? I feel like, in my mind, they're kind of inseparable. He's just one of those rare actors and actresses, you know, that come along once in a while and they are their character. You know, like the new Harry Potter series, that's a good example. I don't care who they cast for any role. They'll never, ever be near as good or like recognizable as like the OG cast, you know? And anytime I see those actors in anything else, and I'm sure this does bother you if you are the actor, but I just keep thinking, I'm like, that person is Harry Potter, or that person is Hermione. Like, I don't care what role you're playing in this movie, but you are a magician, and you will always be that way. But yeah, when I see Willem Dafoe, I just always think Green Goblin. And he's still excellent in other movies, just like some of those actors and actresses from like Harry Potter and Star Wars and stuff. But like, I can just only ever see one way. And maybe that's a me issue and I need to get better. They hate that. Oh, I bet. Yeah. But here's the thing. Look, if you're like that recognizably good at something, you already made your bag. You almost don't even need to act ever again. But I guess they do it for the love of the game at that point, right? Which I respect. Yes, we get to use Maddie. Look away, Madeline Pryor. Non-havers. Should I let her get KO'd? That might be cathartic for some people. He did play the heck out of Green Goblin. I agree. He's honestly pretty good in John Wick. He's really good in, man, what's that? There's a movie about like a snow dog that has to deliver medicine to like a hospital or something. That, whatever that movie's called, that's an excellent movie and he's really good in it. The fact he's never been the Joker is criminal. I think he could pull it off. It might be one of those like fan castings that doesn't turn out to be as good as you would think, though. Sleep. That would be a fun outro for the stream. Just play that voice line on repeat. You have any idea how much I've sacrificed? So many of his lines are just so memeable too. Something of a scientist myself. Just iconic. One of your favorites is Boondock Saints. I've never heard of that movie. What is that movie about, Abyss? I feel like Willem Dafoe, he has a like wide variety of characters he can play too, which I feel like is kind of rare. He does pull off like crazy really well. Also, how does this guy have the roster he has, but he only has level 1 collectives? Maybe he just hasn't logged in a long time? No, because he has Kitty Pride. Whatever. Whatever. I do feel like you can make a pretty solid argument for putting like Willem Dafoe on like the pantheon of just generational acting talent. Like, I feel like he's that good and he has that wide of an array. Oh, have a good one, Samir. Hopefully you have better luck on your next Titan Crystal, man. Dude, Isophenus still lags the game. That's crazy. Mississippi Burn. Dude, now you guys are all bringing up movies I've never heard of. It looks like I might have some homework. He's also the villain in your favorite Bond game? Dude, I've never played a Bond game. I figured you meant villain. I should though. There's so many like games I want to play and I have never just had the chance to. I wish I had more gaming time, man. Rip your spelling. That's not even, listen, don't worry about it, Storm. That's not even top 10 most embarrassing typos. My stream is notorious for people really just cooking themselves. Sometimes I cook myself too. That's really embarrassing. Ugh, I don't want to fight Enchantress in Arena. Gross. Get that out of here, man. Ah, so close. Oh, we got him anyway. He's a great actor. Maybe he'd also make a great... Yeah, he might. I mean, you never know. He could play anybody. Even characters that don't exist yet. I also like the pantheon of actors and actresses. I also want to put Nicolas Cage there. Not necessarily because I think he's fantastic in everything he does. I just think he's awesome. He's just a huge time memer. He's just funny. Some of like the roles he plays are just so ridiculous. I freaking love Nicolas Cage, man. One of the only actors who's in Dead by Daylight, by the way, which is pretty freaking cool. It's just funny. Like, it's the most random thing. You wouldn't expect Nicolas Cage to go collab with Dead by Daylight, okay, but apparently he did. That's just huge, big time energy. I think he's one of them that's like really in it for the love of the game. He does pretty well in Spider Noir, actually. Which I still need to finish. Swiss, what's up, man? Welcome in. By the way, guys, just a quick reminder, if you could go ahead and drop a nice thumbs up on the stream, that would be fantastic. Just help our channel grow, help us reach that goal of 1,000 subs. And help us, hopefully, maybe one day, perhaps, join the content creator program. That would be awesome. Every little bit helps. Thank you guys so much for coming out today, supporting the stream. Appreciate it. Man, I hate when we have these like meta. It's only a 6-star Yelena, but I do not like fighting quote unquote meta defenders in arena. Some S tier Jabari gameplay, gentlemen. Yo, Jiyoung Gucci, how are you, man? How you doing? Abyss, I don't who's is that Zoe or Zoe? How do you pronounce that? Also, who is that? You still don't know how to use Yelena unless you're using Silver Samurai? Swiss is, it's really obnoxious, but just like, here's the short version, okay? So you can play the matchup completely like normal until she gets to 100 combo. Once she's in 100 combo, a little timer will start. When that timer is done, she'll enter her assault mode, which is when she does that like reversal thing that slows down time when you attack her and stuff, and then knocks you down. That will also auto activate after she's above 100 combo and throws a special attack, I believe. Anyway, after she does that, every hit that she makes on you is going to decrease her combo, but every hit that you throw into her block is going to decrease her combo. So if you're attacking her block, she's not going to reverse you. That's only if you hit her like straight up. So what you want to do when she's in that mode is you want to try and bait out her block by like holding your block, playing really defensive and getting her to dash back and hold block. Then you dash in, attack a punch, rinse and repeat until her combo is all the way back down. And then she'll leave that mode and you can play like normal again. So, but yes, it is much easier to just use a straight up combo or not combo, a counter instead of trying to actually play it normally. What's up, Zemo? They need to let us ban meta defenders in arena. I know. I think, I mean, it would probably make it way too boring, more boring than it already is. But it would be nice if every single fight was the King's team or Thanos's team. But it is kind of fun to know you're fighting other people's champions, I guess. Keeps it spicy too if you have like a difficult matchup sometimes. That's big damage. Shinmei, what's up? Oh my gosh. All right, AI, chill. I would be down for that change storm, where you actually knew all 3 of the champions that you would be fighting before it started. I'm actually for that. I think that would be really, really beneficial, actually. Should I just let him hit me? Yeah, that's what I thought. Waiting to fight a team, someone you know. I think that would make it fun. Yeah, I think if they made the defending teams less tricky, it'd be a little better. I ultimately, though, I do come to the conclusion that Abyss just said. I don't want to risk them touching Arena because I like my units. And if I have to play something else and get less units, I don't want to do that. I like Arena where it's at. There are some things I would change, like some quality of life things, but ultimately I'm just terrified to bring any attention onto Arena. I don't want my ability to farm units like this to ever be removed. Even if they took it away and put it in other content and stuff. I don't know. I just like the way it is now. It's really nice. Just turn your brain off and play the game content. You don't have to have an objective. You don't have to have a rhyme or reason. You can just play the game and enjoy it and then get units out of it. I mean, we had that fight earlier when I decided to take Namor against Mr. Sinister. That was a poor choice. That was a really bad decision. Try fighting Sinister with Mr. Fantastic. Try fighting anyone with Mr. Fantastic, man. He is not Mr. Speed. Is it just a rumor they're changing Sunday's arena? I haven't heard anything about it, Swiss. I didn't even know it was a rumor. That being said, I'm down. That's maybe, well, I think if they change Sunday arena, they'd probably change other arenas, I would guess. Like, they might move some rewards into the Sunday arena, and I wouldn't want that. If they didn't, assuming they left the rest of arenas untouched, I would be down for it. It feels like the Sunday arena is kind of a waste. But that's not altogether a bad thing, because then the arena grinders have a day of break. I wouldn't be opposed. What I would prefer, maybe you could make Sunday like a resource arena where you could grind for potions and revives and stuff. Since we can no longer farm revives, I think that would be cool. I don't know that they would do that, but I think that would be maybe a good compromise. So you wouldn't have to feel obligated to play it at all, but if you knew you had a bunch of content or like some difficult things coming up, maybe you could do that. Yo, what's up, Tech Noir? Had a funny Sinister arena match. Both had 3 Mystic Power gain. You traded 10 Devos like 3 or 4 times. Hopefully you came out on top on that exchange. Arena is kind of a fun place too to like discover matchups that you would normally never be faced with, and then like It's a good way to find out, oh yeah, maybe I'll never use this champion for this fight ever again. You did not win it? Dang, man. There's the occasional fight. I just quit out. I'm like, yo, this is so not worth it. I almost did earlier, but then I was like, well, we're already halfway. I think we send it. Oh, I thought I got that punished. Doesn't matter. Add 2-star arena Saturday and Sunday. Most people cannot grind arena all week. I don't think they want people to grind arena all week, though. Then too many people would have units. I've said it before. I'm very impressed by, like, it's kind of nuts, actually, how easy it is to get this game's premium currency. Most other games, it is not this easy. That's why I'm always scared of them changing arena. Oh, my damage. But yeah, I think a Sunday arena change, I'd be down for that. And I'm actually, I mean, maybe it's just because I came up with it, but I do think it would be really nice if Sunday arena had like revives in the milestones or something. And it would be in the milestones. So revives still wouldn't be farmable, but if you needed more, it would be a good option for people. Because right now, like, if you roadblock yourself in content, like say you're like 10 revives away from finishing off Ares, you're not going to quit out and restart that again. And so you're just kind of sitting there and chilling. But if you actually, and you just have to grind arena until you get enough units to get enough revives. I think it would be pretty cool if maybe one day a week, say Sunday, you replace the existing arena. And then you get an arena that actually has revives and maybe some potions as the milestones. So if you do get roadblocked and stuff, you can just do that because you can still play arena if you're in a quest. Zemo, never say never. You've said never about a lot of things on this channel, and you have been wrong a pretty decent amount of times. There's one thing I've learned about MCOC is it's very hard to definitively say things will or will not happen. That's the only time you use Iron Fist and Captain America Swiss. Hey, that's a good point too. Gives you a reason to use everybody. I don't know that I would necessarily see it, but I do think it is like something that could be a legitimate possibility. Yeah, that's a good point, Storm. We just never know, man. You never know. Dude, Kate Bishop as a 7-star would go crazy. That would do numbers. They would... that sale would make so much money. I don't even know if they'd have to go straight to Kate Bishop. I think you could do a sale for just like a 7-star Dr. Doom and people would go nuts for it. Or Red Magneto. One of the OG, the old guard. What's up, Cosmic? Welcome in, man. Falcon. Punch! No, I missed it. Get him there, though. Towers tomorrow. Yeah, I'm excited. That would be kind of cool. A cool take on it, Abyss. A little bit more of a gauntlet style thing. It is true, Storm. It is true. If they release a 7-star Doom for the movie coming out, maybe. I will say it's weird. Like, sometimes it feels like they will try and coordinate things like that. But other times they'll have like the most obvious opportunity to do that with a movie and they don't. So I don't know. It's always very hit and miss when it comes to movies and like timing. That would be sweet though. It would be sweet. I don't know that they would give us normal Doctor Doom before we got Stellar Forge Doom though. Maybe that would steal Stellar Forge Doom's thunder a little bit. Maybe that not this year, but maybe not never. I do think everyone will make it eventually. Hopefully. Maybe. Oh, I hope so. I'm just hyped for Stellar Forge Doom. He better deliver. If he's like not that great of a champion, I'll be so disappointed. He won't be. He's gonna be nuts. I fully expect like Deathless Thanos tier. Ow. Why do I have cruelty? Because he's not a champion I use that much, and I just put whatever stat cast is open on him. Zemo, you always react like I'm like meticulously going through my relics like 24/7 and trying to like relic max. That's not how it is, man. I see unassigned relic, I put on champion that need relic. It's simple. If it's a champion I like need to bust out for like content that's important, then maybe I'll move relics around. But it's just a combo extender to me, man. Kabam doesn't like to release power control champions. I think they've kind of figured out how to do it in a way that's not super game breaking. Oh, the stat focus? Yeah, stat felt same way. Same way. I just have a default. I'll just click whatever I'm feeling. Depends which side of the bed I wake up on in the morning. I think he's one of those champions that you get crit rate and crit damage. Does different things in his kit. If I'm not mistaken. Ugh. Also, once we're done with this arena chat, we do have a basic to crack open. So make sure and stick around for that. Dude, Sobe? I love Sobeys. Oh my gosh, Abyss. Like, honestly, top 10 drink of all time. I don't know that I had the Elixir brand that much. I just had like the base level Sobe. And it's superb. And I was like heartbroken when I found out they were just like cooked. They're just never coming back. That's a satisfying way to win. But yeah, I like the orange. I think it was orange cream, or is like an orange creamsicle flavor, something like that. That was my favorite Sobe flavor. I'm honestly shocked they like went out of business. Yeah, Swiss. Part of the Sobe gang. Dude, I freaking love Sobe. I wonder if there's anyone who's like selling those on eBay or something. I bet they are out there. Sobe pink elixir was perfection in a bottle. I remember a pink one. There was like a strawberry daiquiri flavor Sobe. That one was like really S tier too. They also had a carrot flavor, which was shockingly good. Oh, Samael, welcome. And thank you for bringing the blessings of the almighty ham. Oh, man. Thank you very much. Hopefully it works. I mean, we are going to crack open a basic at the end of Arena. Today could be the day. Who knows? What a glorious day it will be. Oh my gosh, you arrived on Twitch and YouTube? Ballin'. I love this guy's username, by the way. Sharky Sharks. Based. Sharky Shark. Feels weird to intercept with North Star, or like to try to. Look away, Zemo. Shino, welcome in. Panther, Civil War, Ascension 2, or Zemo Ascension 1 to rank 5. I think that's a tough call. I think you can go either way. If you play a lot of Battlegrounds, I would probably say Civil War, since he's just ridiculously quick. Especially if you have him like sigged up and stuff. Hey, congrats, Sheep. I hope it worked well for you, man. I still need to go through on my alt account and get those last few rooms, but I don't know if I have like, if I have it in me, man. I might try Howard the Duck, actually. I think that might be cool. Since like nobody's talking about using him. But yeah, I think you can go either way. Because like, I mean, Zemo is very useful in the contest. He can do a lot of things. You can throw him on defense and offense too. But I think, yeah, I think Civil War is probably like a little less on the utility side, but he is a huge nuke. So it just kind of depends on what you value, I think. Yeah, don't listen to XL Zemo over on YouTube. I think he's a little biased. His username kind of suggests that. But yeah, I don't think, I mean, whichever champion you like playing the most, honestly, when it comes to those two, I would just take that champion up. If it were me personally, I prefer Black Panther more than Zemo, I think. But I like Oonga Boonga, like big damage, quick damage kind of deal. That's okay. I'm glad you got it down in the end, Sheep. These incursions were... there were a lot of tough things this time around to play around. Man, I never can get that dex very well. Ouch, no, please stop. Pepsi discontinued Sobe in 2018. Yeah, it's really sad. They had it seemed like they tried to like rebrand it. Didn't they have like Sobe Life Water or something like that? I think that was a thing. Bleeds having you thinking against an immune with Panther. You made the burst damage anyways. Yeah, the burst damage is really nice. But I mean, the cool thing about Zemo too is, yeah, like he is still usable if they're bleed immune, which is pretty sweet. That's why I say I think he has more utility over Black Panther, but Black Panther is more nukey, which I personally enjoy more. Yeah, Wednesday is tomorrow. Although some weeks it doesn't feel like time works properly, I will admit. I wonder if we could get a big enough following for Pepsi to bring it back. Dude, honestly, like the way the internet is lately, like Rick and Morty was able to resurrect Szechuan sauce at McDonald's. And it's not like Pepsi itself isn't a business anymore. They're still in business. They still have the recipes. They could totally make Sobe again. We could if we could get a movement for Sobe going, and I would be so down. I would sign my name on that petition 100 times. Yeah, the Alliance Coliseum rewards are supposed to be coming tomorrow. That's what I've heard. Allegedly. Yeah, I could get behind that. Sobe is so delicious. And it didn't need carbonation to be tasty either. Oh my gosh. So many things it did right. And that's why, like, I've never talked to anyone who doesn't like Sobe. I don't understand how it failed. Like, I really don't get it. Rude. You should actually ask, like, Google or ChatGPT or whatever, because I'm genuinely curious now. Sobe getting discontinued is like that TV show you really like as a kid, and then it stops coming on TV all of a sudden, and you don't know why. And then you find out like 10 years later, it actually got canceled. Even though every night like clockwork, you would still try and tune in to watch that TV show. You've never had a Sobe? Spidey, my condolences, man. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, people like to cheat in Coliseum for some reason. Is this American exclusive? I'm actually not sure if it was worldwide or not. It might have been. But it was pretty popular. I remember seeing it all the time. There's 2 petitions online. Well, we need to get them, like, recognized then, man. Put the spotlight on them. Baja Blast and Root Beer Zero exists. You think you're good? Yeah, but you just, you think you are, but you just... If you knew what I knew, you wouldn't be saying that. If you'd seen Sobe, if in its heyday, if you had let that liquid just bless your taste buds, you would be singing a different tune. I'm telling you, it was so good. They had so many just good flavors. Ugh. Dang, that was like an instant heavy punish. That was crazy. Yeah, you probably had seen it around, unless you like were a hermit for a long time and never went to any store ever. Or maybe they were more of a regional thing than I thought. Maybe they weren't as worldwide or nationwide as I feel like they were. Dude, Colossus, best gameplay loop in the game, by the way. Very heavy. Easy peasy. Charles, what's up, man? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. And they need to fix that. It's like so bright. You got done watching The Mandalorian, the new movie or the TV show? Dude, Patriot, like, surprise Dracula counter, by the way. Kind of based. What is Operation Spider-Ham? Luminaria, it's just my evil plot to get enough units to maybe potentially perhaps during July get my hands on Spider-Ham. It's unknown as of right now if I want to fully execute Operation Spider-Ham, but I need to be prepared in case that is the route I decide to take. Anyway, yeah, the quick rundown. My channel is notorious for not getting Spider-Ham, who is one of my favorite champions in the game. I just think he's really neat. He may not be the best, I recognize that, but he is really awesome. And so I've been hunting Spider-Ham since I started streaming. I pick science 7 stars anytime I can. I open as many basics as I can, and he still eludes me. And we did find out that, oh, thank you, in July, the July deals will enable you to get a ascended version of Spider-Ham. So what's the 4th of July? Who knows? Like, technically you can get a version of him for free, I believe, but that's not good enough. Also, this is like not a good matchup for Ironheart. I am not doing good today picking matchups. Oh, I'm not opposed to the piggy bank for my boy Ham Zemo. But yes, I would like to get as many Nat units as I can if I have to. I'm hoping to get Spider-Ham divorced from the deals, so just get him from a crystal, but we'll see what fate has in store for us. I might A's. That's why I'm trying to like be prepared with units and stuff just in case. I'm still undecided though. How do I feel about Spider-Ham being ascendable? I think it's awesome, and nobody deserves it more than him. He just needs to, like, I don't know, join the roster. That's all we need. Yo, who's your daddy? How you doing, man? I don't know who I'll... Dude, I don't know what I will do when I finally do get Spider-Ham. I'll have to find another champ to hunt. Maybe Prowler. Does Stellar Forge Blade have any defense? Like, his like, block and stuff? Or are you talking about, like, if you place him as a defender? Mags, from any time I've fought Stellar Forge Blade, I've had a pretty darn easy time. I don't know that I would use him on defense. I wouldn't recommend him. You might get like, you might find some success just because you'd catch people off guard. Maybe they're not used to fighting him, but I don't think he's super tricky, no. Now, if you mean like block proficiency and stuff, maybe that's different. In which case you can just go to the stats tab and check those out. Oh, Swiss, it's not near as bad as you think it is, I promise. Don't let Dread Emperor Doom scare you. It's not worth it. Trust me, man. And then the 9.4 boss is probably easier, in my opinion. Placing as a defender. Yeah, I wouldn't place him down as a defender, personally. Aw, Storm, come on. You need a little more damage than that. Yeah, Swiss, I believe in you, man. Spidey, you need to give yourself more credit, man. You've done a lot of really difficult content in the game. Yeah, there are... Any champion with multi-hit mediums is really strong for that fight, Swiss. Ultimately, too, though, I found is just if you're really comfortable with a champion, they tend to do well, pretty just okay. You do it a little bit slower. The multi-hits just help you do it a little faster is all. Favorite Ascended champion? Let me go look at my Ascended roster right now. I don't know that I would have a favorite. Well, yeah, I would have to pick from champions I already have. I don't like to judge champs unless I have them and have like tried them. So we'll go look at my Ascended roster real quick. After that, guys, we're going to go open a 7-star basic. So make sure and stick around for that. Also, like the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe, follow, whatever it is. I'm live on Twitch and YouTube, just so you guys know. If you want to subscribe or follow on one or the other, that is an option available to you. Okay, so here's all my Ascended champions. I really, really, really like playing Vision Arcus. So he would be a good candidate. Man, I still can't scroll on this screen. That's so annoying. But I would say probably Vision Arcus or Gentle. I've really started to enjoy Gentle recently. He's really fun to play. Quite deceptively good on defense too. And then I do just, as a general rule of thumb, I like Danny Moonstar. I like Iron Man. But I really do enjoy playing Arcus and Gentle quite a bit. So I'd probably say one of those two. Although it's a little bit like more open as far as like the Ascension pool, because there are other champs that I really like Danny or Iron Man. So yeah, I've tried to use the mouse. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pop these grace crystals that we have. See what we get. Hey, a 7-star the Maker, not too bad. Here's this Sasquatch. I think Sassy's really awesome. Sleeping on Dust? Yeah, and I will continue to sleep. Why is Salmon not ranked? He's cracked. Because I don't just only rank the stereotypical S tier champions. I like to rank champions that are fun and spicy. I'll let other YouTubers do that. Ooh, we actually have one more because I didn't claim this. Let's go open that. Yeah, that's an excellent example, Jack, of a comfort pick. Like, I feel like I did the Dread Emperor Doom fight pretty well with other champions too, without the multi-hit. If you're in the business of speed running it though and stuff like that, then yeah, you kind of have to use multi-hit champs like Domino, North Star, Silk. Let me just make sure I don't have anything else in this tab to crack open other than the Titans, which we're holding for the next millennia. Some gold stuff. Ooh, we have the Rebirth Crystal from the web store. Ooh, that's a big time. I love that pickup. And the 50 units. That's huge. All right, let's go open our basic, shall we? Let's go open our basic and see what fate has in store for us, chat. There we go. Looks like we have one basic 7-star to open on this here stream. Chat, you know what to do. We're going to give you guys an opportunity to get a crisp high five tonight. Now, what is a crisp high five, you may ask? If you're new to the stream, the way you get a crisp high five is if you guess the champion that comes out of this crystal. All right. If you guess it right, you get a crisp high five. And a crisp high five is something incredible that may only happen once in your lifetime. And some say that it has the power to endow you with the greatest crystal luck you've ever seen in your life. And some say it also helps you find true love if that's something that you're looking for. Some are saying it. I'm the messenger. All right. I am merely a vehicle to deliver the crisp high five. Okay. It is capable of anything and everything. And it's definitely worth going for. So go ahead and get your guesses in the chat, guys. If you get it right, it's worth it. I promise. We have success stories. They do exist. Also, Reliver, welcome in, man. Congrats on being a mod for 6 months. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Twitch, for telling me. Yeah, Vernon, I'm excited for the summer deals too. Yeah, there is a Mata anniversary. We got to celebrate. I'm sorry, I forgot it was your Mataversary. I would have got you a cake. Yep. I'll be right back. I need to go kill a spider for my wife. Okay. Yep. Give me like a few minutes. Probably not that long. I'll be right back. Or maybe I won't be back. I may die. Apparently it's massive. So I'll be right back. All right. Good news, gentlemen. The target has been neutralized. Do you get a cake? Maybe, Spidey. I'd get all of you a cake if I could. It'd probably be expensive to order cakes cross country and cross state lines. I was honored by it, Charles, that you included the Crisp by 5. It was insane. Objectively, it should have made the list anyway. I'm very happy it did, though. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to guess Hyperion here. It feels like it's been a long time since we've gotten Hyperion. Bring the spider back? Oh, it's dead and gone. Who's your daddy? I'm sorry. It got the shoe. We believe in the power of ham. We're looking for Spider Ham, Prowler, or Solvark. That's kind of like the big three. All right, let's see. And it's Sasquatch. Did anybody guess the Squatch Man? That's crazy. He was just mentioned in chat, but he was not the guess. A symbiote Spidey rework, I'd be so down for Reliver, by the way. How large was it? It was actually pretty big. Like, my wife said it was massive, and I kind of didn't believe her because I mean, the smallest of spiders is massive to my wife, but it's it was pretty sizable. Definitely a respectable kill. For sure. Not something I want wandering around the house. Well, I mean, Sasquatch is cool at least, but it's not what we were going for, which is a bit unfortunate. But we march on. We march on. I just hate it, man. I just he's right there. He's right there. Right there, chat. We just can't get him. We just can't get him. It's impossible. What climate do I live in? It depends on the season. Moderate? I don't know. Nah, I still don't Reliver. I'm cursed. I'm cursed, man. I'm cursed. It's the only explanation. I have so many other champions. I still can't believe I got Lumitrix first. That's crazy to me, man. I got flipping Lumitrix. Okay. Before I got Spider-Ham. Insanity. Insanity. But that just goes to show, man, that is like the game that is MCOC. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. I mean, we did get insanely blessed in the Titan. We're only missing Pixie. Which is why we're holding until the next rollover. But yeah, I mean, we got everybody but Pixie. So we're going to have a lot of Titans in 83 days. At least I hope so. Unless I like impulse open one because I'm just thirsty for crystal opening, which does happen for maybe a little more than it should. Oh boy. Anyway. You need to do 10 more fights if I feel like waiting for you to open a Titan real quick. How long will the fights take, Spidey? If they won't take too long, I'm down to wait just to see what you get. My wife brought me tasty bread, so I can munch on that while I wait. This can turn into a mukbang YouTube channel. Or however you're supposed to pronounce that. I don't know. Samael. Dollar Store Silver Samurai. I do think they are pretty similar. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I'll wait a little bit, man. I got bread to eat. Hoosier, I live in the city of Nunyo. Nunyo business. Somebody animate a mic getting dropped from my hand, please. Or like that's at the MLG air horn. No, I don't want to dox myself, man. I mean, the people of the internet will figure out where I live eventually. That's inevitable. I just want to delay that as long as I can, you know? As long as I can. Let's see. In the meantime, do I have any like relics I could level up or anything? I'm really close to being able to rank some up. What do I need? Oh, tier 3. Okay, I have some crystals. I should probably just go pop those. I just want to make sure none of them go into my stash. Embers, alloys. There we go. I highly doubt they will, unless I get really unlucky. Yeah, I should just go pop those. You've actually heard of Nunya, but not Nunyo. Nunya business. That would actually be sick if you actually came from a town called Nunya. That's like huge energy. Wait, tab. That'd be so funny. Everyone would constantly think that they're walking into like a joke or a diss. No one would believe you. Isn't Joaquin better with Hulk? I think so, yeah. He's also pretty nice with Captain America, though, because he has bulwark, and so Captain America just gets him that extra blocking oomph. So I like running either personally. But like I said earlier, I'm not usually like trying to relics max or anything. If I'm doing like long form content, I think it's a lot more of a big deal than if I'm just like running regular content in the game. No, we're talking. No, I don't think like the battle cast is what we're talking about, I believe. Hulk will be staying on anti-venom. Thank you. Respectable decision. Respectable. Yeah, there's a good number of relics that I could probably move to infinitely better places, better champions. It's just not really that important to be, you guys. They do what they need to do. That being said, I should probably, dude, this would be a good relic to rank up. I do kind of wonder what a lot of these relics will look like, or the stat cast at least, after they change the stats like they said they were going to. I don't think they've done that yet. Dude, I know the feeling, Abyss. My Yondu is on defense, and I hate it. I want to use him in the AQ thing, like the ramp up AQ, and I can't. Because he's stuck defending the homeland, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, I do like this relic on Falcon quite a bit. It helps him do like burst damage too, which is kind of nice. With blocking, so you're like kind of using Joaquin's kit. It's a good match. About to be on the spinner. Any predictions? Do I get a firm fist bump if I get it right? Anyway, I'm gonna guess you're gonna get wave. Yo, congrats on absolutely crushing it, Abyss. Whitebeard One Piece. Argentina just won their match and scored a hat trick. That's cool, man. Who are they playing? Also, shout out to Whitebeard in One Piece. Excellently written character, by the way. Just super awesome. There's literally that's the best way to describe it. Algeria? Okay, right on. I don't know a whole lot about soccer / football, depending on where you're from. But I do know generally Argentina's pretty good, aren't they? I'm pretty sure that's one of the teams that I hear is usually pretty good. Ooh, Samael, nice, man. Another Ruby dupe. Not bad. The One Piece is real, Jack. The One Piece is real. Dude, he needs to wrap it up. The longer One Piece, I think like it's too late now. I don't think there's any conclusion to One Piece that will satisfy people. It's gone on way too long. And so people have all these theories and all these ideas that they want to be true. But there's also just so many loose ends that you have to tie up that like I genuinely don't know if there is a good One Piece explanation. I worry about it. I think it definitely could be one of those like stinkers of all time. Maybe that's why he hasn't ended it yet. He doesn't know either. Allegedly, Oda does know and have everything planned out and plotted out, like what the One Piece is and everything. And I believe it. But also like I believe that might not be quite what people's expectations are going to be or what it will be. I hope I'm wrong and I hope everything is hunky dory in the end, but man, I worry about it. I worry about it. Ooh, nice. 5-star Claire. Big. Honestly, yeah. Claire can do a ton of story content. That's a pretty sweet snag. The treasures, the friends we made along the way. For the longest time, I kind of thought that would be what it would end up being, Swiss, but I'm pretty sure Oda, like the creator of it, is on the record saying it won't just be that. It will also be like a physical thing. Like there is an actual One Piece. Yeah, see, I mean, yeah, we've also got the quotes of that he is wrapping it up. It should be done very soon-ish. But here we are like 5 years later or whatever. I mean, continue it all as long as you want, man. I'm okay with it. I hate when shows that I like end, but also you don't want it to live long enough to become just pure garbage, right? You gave Kabam $200 for 7-star Claire? Dude, I should have. I have big regrets. I like Clairvoyant. Devil Fruit, just as hockey that people master to the point it becomes like a Devil Fruit ability. It looks like hockey counters Devil Fruit. Maybe, I don't know. I think there's a lot of cool One Piece theories out there, though. I think those are almost just as fun as reading One Piece. And just like the following along on the One Piece Reddit pages is really entertaining, too. Anyway, guys, speaking of really entertaining, this stream, I hope, was really entertaining for all of you. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you for supporting the channel. I will be live again tomorrow. We'll get Towers tomorrow, I believe. So we'll be jumping in and seeing what that content is like. Hopefully it's pretty fun. Hopefully we get some good stuff. So make sure and drop in for that tomorrow, guys. If you haven't already, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, please subscribe and follow on both of those platforms. Whatever you got to do to stay up to date. I'd love to have you to become a regular member of my community. Our channel is always growing and I love the direction it's taking. You guys are super awesome and I look forward to every stream every single day. So I'll be live again tomorrow, same time. And everybody go ahead and give yourselves a crisp high five. There you go. And have a good rest of your night, a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Adios, guys.